I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, and I've put a lot of YouTube's up videos over the last year and a half, since August the 3rd of, well, not last year. This August will make it 2 years, when Alexis Murphy here in near Charlottesville went missing. Uh, But I've told about mind control murders, and I think it's best for my own health if I back away, really, from putting anything up on YouTube, or my phone's really been obliterated anyway. This one, I finally got them to go back up, but the rest of it, I can't touch. The Google Plus, and anyway, what I wanted to say on this one today, and it may be my last one, I don't know, is Brian Williams is producer, and I liked him. I've liked everybody, but then you get in the flip side of my believing in people, and nobody has told my story. My real name is Margaret Ann Windsor, and I was kidnapped. And a lot of people like to, well, anyway, I won't get into any of that. I just wanted to say that the mind control murders that I put over and over on here, there were some of them done in patterns. I wrote a book in 76 to April Fool Day of 80 when I had antifreeze put in me, and the book never got published, and I thought it was because of writing about mind control and certain doctors included in it. And there was a part of it, because I wrote about Congressman Dr. Larry McDonald and the Warren and Rosina Matthews murders in Cobb County, Marietta, where I live. And they were pathologists at Larry McDonald's hospital, where he worked at Piedmont Hospital in Atlanta. And the death of Jean Schrokerman is very important, who she worked for, Dr. Hardiman at Piedmont. But it goes into, I found out about my kidnapping in my real name in 83. Late 83, I was flown out to Larry Flint's, and I'm giving background here for what I'm about to say. I was flown out to Larry Flint's because he'd been shot on March the 6th of 78 while I was doing the book, and I was living at Moonraker Apartments in Marietta. And there's a point to what I'm saying. The name of my book was MD, A License to Kill. And later, Timothy Dalton came out with the movie, the Bond movie, which is cryptic, being a Bond movie. And then my book, which that movie hadn't come out, was MD, A License to Kill. I was living at Moonraker. Of course, that movie came out right after then, and that was with Roger Moore. So without going into more detail, I found out I'd been kidnapped and who my father is. He was taken down illegally, and it was all orchestrated. King Edward VIII, 99 years still put on my birth, and I'm Victoria II, legal heir to the British crown. So my father was never married to Wallace Simpson. She married a double, and I've put the photos, I've put history. If anybody cared to investigate, but they're not going to tell it, about me and the horrors and the crimes committed against me in this country and my sons. They're not going to tell about my father. I mean, history is, I'm going to see if this is still rolling. History has been made a lie. My dad was a good man, and like I say, Wallace Simpson married an imposter, a double. The Illuminati took my father down. Another word is Freemasons for them. The Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers, and then you get into the Kennedy clan, which Kennedy was ambassador to England, appointed by Roosevelt when I was kidnapped, and I was 2 years old, born in 39, kidnapped in 41, and brought to Moulton, Alabama. Now then, I did the book on, by the way, my father was married to American Claudia Ruth O'Keefe Windsor, and my aunt is George O'Keefe, and my mother was a high school teacher, not an American spy. Wallace Simpson never married my father. But it destroyed him, and his own brother, George VI, Elizabeth's father, is illegal. He helped take his own brother down, He's a traitor to Great Britain, and so is Elizabeth. And he had, in the kidnapping me, he gave him access to me. All the treaties and all that after then are illegal. But hey, who can overthrow the New World Order? Okay, I'm lucky if I live another day. What I wanted to say here was, if anybody's gone over, and especially the last days, I was shut off from YouTube uploading for a while, and I can't Google. I can't get my stuff to go up on Google now, the videos and pictures. But anyway, I did get the video to work. So anybody that's followed me the last month, I've put up on how mind control can be used in. And I'll just say this, and I'll let them ask the question themselves if they ever get this. What's happening to Bruce Jenner? Transitioning can be caused because the person is put under mind control, and they aren't aware of it. It's done at a low level, and it's the person's taught the Morse code. That's one way. I don't have all the answers. You can go and Google it now, mind control. But the other is about Chaz Bono, who was Chastity Bono. And I could get into, Sonny Bono's fits into the patterns. He was an avid skier and good, and he hits a tree. He was a U.S. Congressman. I said that. I may be double speak right now. What I wanted to get to, and they control your thought patterns and all that. And if they knew it and tried to go to a psychiatrist, they can tell you what would happen. Be locked up and give psychotic drugs. So the mental health psychiatry, the power of psychiatry, which is what Dr. Jonas Robicher was a friend of mine in Atlanta. He wrote a lot of books, Lippincott. The last one is the one where he included some of my chapters in his power of psychiatry. And he was killed, plain and simple, and they put it down as death by natural cause. And he was head of law and psychiatry then at Emory. And my connection, the connection was through my attorney, Eugene Kaiser, there, who had been a former Fulton County DA in Atlanta. But what I wanted to say now was the patterns that were used deliberately, because mind control is invisible. You can prove it, like the Virginia Tech next door to me here, the 33 shootings in April the 16th of '07, and then the psychiatrist who was the Fort Hood shooter, he was a psychiatrist. He finished school here. He was born in Benton, Roanoke, and he finished college at Virginia Tech, Blacksburg. Now, I could go on. You can relate to the happenings. It's like mass mind control. And by the way, Larry Flint, who helped me out in the campaign, he was shot and his attorney killed in Lawrenceville, and that was a mind control shooting. But I'm trying to think, I'm going to leave it as this one. Williams, Brian Williams. I put on here about how I found out that you get to the network televisions and the local stations. All of them know about this, mind control. They know about my kidnapping, and nobody's going to tell it because I'm told it would rock the foundation, the monetary system and all that. Telling the truth would tell what the United States and part of my family and the Illuminati, New World Order, which is in place, do. But one of the first times, and I had antifreeze put in April through the day of 80 after I did the book, and I thought it was because I was doing the book. I didn't know about my kidnapping, but I wanted to get this in. The Wayne Williams was one of the mind control murders. I spoke with Mary Welcome, and she was going to send an attorney over to get a deposition. Well, that got squashed, and somebody took it away from her, and all you have to do is go back and look. Ex-CIA named Marcus, Attorney Marcus, took over the Wayne Williams trial there at the end. But Williams, the name Williams, but Brian Williams, and I'm saying this again, and I probably should stop while I'm ahead or still alive. He's producer. I'm not saying anything bad about him, but your memory can be distorted. And unless he's deliberately doing it, I'm sure